In the waters of a port on the secret list lay the ships of a British fleet, a fleet of warships and a convoy of transports detailed for offensive action, its destination a closely guarded secret. Soon the troop ships with their strong escort were underway. Winston Churchill confessed later to acute anxiety during the passage of the expedition to Madagascar, for which it was bound. Worried too as to whether the Japs would get there first. From Madagascar they could dominate Allied supply routes to India, the Far East and the Middle East. Nightfall. Under cover of darkness, the destroyers entered Courier Bay and commandos were put ashore. Orders had been given to hold their fire unless the shore batteries opened first. Suddenly, a signal flashed. The commandos had successfully taken the coastal guns. Dawn revealed landing parties going ashore in assault barges to Courier Bay on the western side of the isthmus. Their main objective was on the eastern side, Diego-Suarez, the great naval base. No reply came to our ultimatum, so destroyers opened fire on the mainland, their target an observation post known as Windsor Castle. Then Marines were transferred from the flagship to a destroyer for landing. Their orders were to penetrate inland and capture the naval base from the opposite side. At last came the capitulation signal, and the British fleet steamed majestically into Diego-Suarez Bay. Our objective had been gained. On board the flagship, senior officers discussed the terms to be accorded to the Vichy French. The Marines who captured the base returned aboard with only one slight casualty. Surrender. Commander of the Vichy forces, Colonel Clairbout, came aboard the flagship. Later, outside Vichy headquarters in Antsiranana, Admiral Seifert inspected the Guard of Honor before attending the treaty conference. Meanwhile, British Tommies, with the assistance of a band of the Royal Marines, got on with the easy task of making friends with the peace-loving Malagasy. Danger to Madagascar means danger to South Africa, danger to the Middle East and Far East, danger to Russia. By getting there first, Great Britain has removed an ominous threat to the war strategy of the United Nations. In the Western Desert, ever-increasing quantities of weapons and supplies fill the roads and tracks leading to the battlefront, despite the 11,000-mile sea voyage and the calls of other theaters of war. Vehicles move forward under a protective umbrella of RAF aircraft. Trains, lorries and planes are bringing up the Allied reinforcements and weapons for this vital battle area. In this battle, tanks, guns, infantry and aircraft have gone all out to give us the breathing space we so urgently needed to re-equip and regroup our forces. Tanks will be the spearhead of our counteroffensive, and our losses in tanks are being rapidly replaced. Strong concentrations of artillery have proved a major factor in this campaign as a formidable obstacle to advancing tanks. They work in close cooperation with the air arm. Never before has air cooperation been so vital and so freely given. The efforts of the British, South African and American Air Forces, fighters, bombers and ground crews are prodigious. They have given the Axis forces no rest. They ceaselessly harry his supply convoys, fling on his supply ports and aerodromes the heaviest loads of bombs ever used in the Middle East war theater. Like our men fighting on the ground, the boys of the United Air Forces are doing a magnificent job.